Hello everybody and welcome to today's class. We are going to start off in a nice wide stance. We are going to go into some squats straight away, straight off the bat. No time like the present. So nice wide stance, arms are just coming out in front, just make sure the shoulders are down away from the ears. Breathing in, and on the breath out, I want you just to come down into your squat position. So sticking the butt out the back, so I'm sitting down almost like I'm on the toilet, drawing that belly button into the spine so I don't let the pelvis come forward too much and just feel it in my back. So we're engaged here. And we're just going to hang out here for a little bit. So from here, I want you to go for a twist. We're going to breathe in. On the breath out, we're going to twist over to one side and then come back to center. And then the other side, breathing out to twist, breathing in to come to center. Now you won't be able to go too far around just because of the position you're in, but I want you to feel how your legs have to really engage straight off the bat. So this is like the little warm up into the squat sequence. Breathe out and breathe in. Good. Now place that weight through your heels as opposed to through your toes. We're going to go for another 4. Might start to feel those inner thighs engaging as well. Last 3. Relax the shoulders. Last 2. Okay, last time. Now straight into the squat sequence. So coming up, almost all the way to straight, but not quite, and then dropping down again. So I want you to breathe out as you push into the into the heels and come up, not the toes. Breathe in as you lower back down. And again, breathing out, stand, stand, stand. Feel the insides of those legs working, and then coming down. And again, coming up, and dropping down. Coming up. Nice. And dropping down. Let's go for another 5, just like this. Squeeze those glutes. Last 4. Squeeze, squeeze, squeeze. Nice. Last 3. Perfect. Last 2. Okay, coming down. Last time, holding here. Now just tiny little movements up and down. Still imagine someone's like pulling your butt back down. It's like there's a rope attached, pulling you back on the diagonal. Good. Let's go for 10 and 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2. Holding it here. I want you to lift those heels up. We're balancing and we're going to go for another twist motion. This time we're just going to open one arm out to the side, twisting round. You're looking at that backhand if you can. Abs are engaged. Come back to center. Other side. So breathe out to open. Good, good, good. Breathe in back to center. Nice. Still stay nice and low if you can as you go for the twist. Belly button to spine. Hello inner thighs. Might feel those glutes. Hope you feel a little bit of glute. Might be feeling a lot of quad. Let's go for one more each side. Here we go. Opening out. Breathing in to come back to center last time. And then we've got one more set of pulses to finish here. Relax those shoulders. Here we go. 10, 9, 8. Don't know what I'm whispering. 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. All the way up. And just relaxing down. Okay. There we had it. We're woken up now. Okay, so let's just do a few roll downs just to recover from that. So breathing in, on the breath out, chin comes to chest, roll the shoulders forward, coming down to the floor, nice and slow and steady. Really relaxing the head as you come down. Breathing in here and on the breath out, very slowly coming all the way up. And just rolling those shoulders back and down. Okay, and again, just relax. Really open through your lower back as you come down to the floor. But still remembering to engage through the insides of the legs, into the glutes as well, as you restack that spine. Let the head relax. Breathing in, and on the breath out, slowly coming up. Nice, nice, nice. Rolling those shoulders back and down for me. Okay. We are going to do another standing sequence. It's going to be a lunge-based sequence, and again, it's going to add some twisting in for the obliques. Okay, so right foot is forward, left foot is back. Cool. So you want to have a soft bend into your right knee, or whichever leg is forward. You want to draw the abs in here so we can lift this back foot up just a little bit. Okay, so from here I want you to imagine, you know the oblique exercise we do when we're in half curl down and we do bow and arrow? Well, we're going to do a sort of similar thing here. So you imagine you've got that resistance working against you. So I've got my bow, this is in a new position, isn't it? My bow and arrow is down here. My head is just long with my spine, so don't let the head hang down. Now from here, so it's the same arm as leg. My right arm has got the arrow. So I'm going to pull back, pull back, pull back, pull back, imagining the resistance. If I can, I'm going to twist, twist, twist to the side. And then I'm going to come back to center. And again, here we go. Pulling it up. This is really, really challenging the glute as I go for that twist. Good, and releasing. Nice. If you need to, you can lower the back toes to the floor. Obviously, it's going to be easier to go for the twist. But if you really are falling all over the show, then I do recommend that option. So, breathing out to twist. Good, good, good. Squeeze that right glute. And releasing. Let's just do 2 more. Not going to do too many. Try and keep it in the heel if you can, not the toes. Okay, last time, pulling. Breathe out to twist. Ooh. Breathe in to release. Back foot is going to come down. And we're going to come into a bit of a lunge. So dropping down into the lunge position, making sure that the front knee is over your front heel. Cool, cool, cool. Got the bow and arrow again, and here we go. Twisting, twisting. As you go for the twist, drop the back knee a little bit more. And then release. And again. So we did the first horrible balance thing first because it really gets that glute to come in super fast. Otherwise you fall over. So hopefully we are still feeling that right side, that right glute to stabilize. Good. Let's go for 4. The things I come up with. 3. Good. The resistance is on the bow and arrow. Last 2. Okay, last time. Excellent. And then from here, we will stand all the way up. And have just a quick little stretch off here. Knee out to the side. And just releasing. Any of those one-legged movements, if you need to stand near a wall or have some sort of, I don't know, casual bookshelf near you, please go for it. Balancing on one leg is extremely difficult. I mean, you know, they didn't tell you as a child that when you grow up, you're going to find it really hard to stand on one leg. They didn't tell you a lot of things. Maybe that's not the most important one, but anyway. Let's do the other side. So this is my slightly dodgy side, so excuse me if I'm falling all over the show while I try and explain at the same time. So taking the leg back, making sure the knee is over the heel, it's not too far forward over the toes. Drawing the abs in. Reaching the arms long with my bow and arrow, lifting this back leg off, trying to stay as even through the hips as I can. Okay, here we go. Breathing in, on the breath out, going for my twist, pressing through the heel, making sure there's that bend in the supporting leg, and then releasing off. And again, pulling up. You can put those back toes down if you need to. Wah! And then coming down. Don't talk. Don't talk too much, Ellie. Okay, here we go. Breathing out. Draw the belly button into the spine and releasing. Nice, nice. Slow, slow, slow. Maybe even having that resistance there in your brain can help give you some support. It's amazing what the mind can do. Last 2. Oh, toes are down. Toes are down for me. Okay, last time. Good, good, good. And releasing. Okay, from here, back toes come down to the floor, setting yourself up so the knee is over the heel. Here we go. Dropping the knee down as I twist, pushing into the heel to come back up. So that's how you come back up. You push into the heel, squeeze the sky, squeeze the left glute. Breathing out and breathing in to come back. Good. Twist, 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 pull, 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 and coming back. Nice. I told you besides my dodgy side. Let's go for another 3 here. Pushing down, pushing down. Nice. Squeeze, squeeze, squeeze. Mental game is on. Mental game is strong. Last 2. Nice. Okay, last time coming down. Firing through that side. Good. Releasing. And then coming all the way up and going for that stretch on this side. Opening that knee out. Bit wobbly now. Okay. Just releasing off there. Good, good, good. Okay, come in and stand at the back of the mat. One more roll down just to get us into a plank position. So feet are just hip width and parallel. Hands are just going to be down by our sides. Breathing in and on the breath out, chin comes to chest. Rolling the shoulders forward and down we go. All the way down to the floor. Let that head just relax. Opening out through the shoulder blades there. Softly bending the knees so we can walk out into that full plank position, hands underneath shoulders. Good, so nicely engaged, head is nice and long here. Cool, cool, cool. From here, we're going to just do 2 steps out to the side and then come in as 1. So it's going to be 1, 2, and then come in, same side. 1, 2, this can be done on the forearms, no problem. 1, 2, and in. 1, 2, and I'm trying to keep my hips just as still as possible. If you've got slippery floor, it probably will end up being more just like a slide. That's no problem. I want you to feel those right, well, for me it's my right leg, so feel those right obliques really engaging. Let's go for 3. Last 2. Okay, last time. I'm just going to hold the leg here, holding here for 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Other side, here we go. 1, 2, and in. 1, 2, and in. One side you might be able to go a little bit further, depending on the hip range, and of course your obliques. So you don't want to go too far that you end up sort of doing that sort of thing. Good. A little bit of softness through the elbows if you can as well. Let's go for 4, 3, last 2. Okay, last time just holding the leg out there, holding for 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. And then just drop the knees for a moment. Come into a bit of a child's pose. Yeah, just relaxing the hands there, rolling the shoulders maybe, doing what you need to do for a moment. Okay, and then we're going to come down to our forearms. Carrying on here, we're just going to go and hold in our plank position. So really pressing through the arms, engage through those arms, so we engage into the backs here, into the triceps, and also it helps to engage through your upper back. So you want to contract the shoulder blades together, and you want to think, if I put my hand on your shoulder blades, that you could push up into my hand so it'd be nice and flat there. No dipping in between the shoulder blades. Head is long, belly button is in. Nice, and we're just holding this plank, in case you didn't realize what was happening. We're just holding the plank. Good, good, good. Breathing in through the nose, out through the mouth. For our final 10 seconds, we're going to rock forward and back if we can. Otherwise, you're just going to hold there. 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Dropping the knees, and again coming into a child's pose. And then coming up. Okay, special side plank today. Don't always do side planks, but where possible I try and sneak them in. So for the side plank, there are a few options. If you need to double the mat over underneath your elbow, you can, to give you just a little bit more padding and support there, and that should help with any shoulder sort of pain. Maybe not completely get rid of it, depending on what the state of your shoulder is, but I do find if you roll this over a little bit, give you a little bit more support under the elbow, it does help. Okay, side plank, we know there are options with the legs, so you can either have your bottom leg bent in, so your hip is up, your bottom leg is bent in, or you can have both your legs out long, either stacked or crossed, up to you. I'm going to cross mine like so. I'm just going to lift here. Top hand can be here, or it can be up to the ceiling. This obviously is a little bit more challenging. It's just, yeah, up to you. How you feel up there? How are you feeling up there? So lift, 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 lift through here. And we're just going to lower the hips down and then lift up again. Breathing into lower and breathing out to lift. Press, press up. Breathing into lower. Breathing out to come up. Good. Press into that supporting arm if you can. And coming up. Let's go for 4. Nice. And 3. Good, good, good. Last 2. Last time, coming up and holding here. Good. Little lifts up and down. Let's go for 10, 9, 8. Good. 7. Use here. 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Hand behind the head. From here, I'm just going to come down towards my other hand with my elbow and lift back up again. And again, coming down and coming up. Let's go for 5. Nice. Last 4. Good. Last 3. Perfect. 2. Okay. Last time. And then very carefully, we're just going to bend the knees and go straight into a bit of a stretch. So I'm just going to come up and stretch out that side. Down the side of the rib cage, wrapping round into your QL. For me, that always needs to be stretched. Lower back. Ooh, have a little bit of a thoracic twist here. Lengthen, lengthen. Imagine someone's pulling on those fingertips. Should feel good. Might feel tight. Might feel like a grandma. And then very carefully just releasing that arm off. And let's just go around to the other side. Okay, same deal. This is my favorite side. So I'm excited about this side. Hopefully this is your favorite side too. Remember, you can double this over if you need to, pressing into this arm. Take position of your legs, whichever position you wish to do, stacked, crossed, whatever, knee down, knee up. Okay, reaching up to the ceiling. Let's go. Breathing into lower and breathing out to push up. Breathing into lower. Use those obliques. Lift, lift, lift from here. Breathing in and breathing out. Breathing in and breathing out to push. Good. Excellent. Coming down and up. And you probably will notice there is a difference from one side to the other. I just feel more stable in this side. It's really strange. The other side, I feel like I'm just constantly going to fall over, which is not ideal. Last 3, instructor falling over in front of you. Last 2, push into this arm. Okay, last time coming up, holding up there. Little pulses up with the hips. 10, 9, 8, 7, still breathing. 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, holding here. Hand behind the head, let's twist. Coming down, elbow to hand, and then back up. Good. And as you twist, see if you can lift a little bit more into that bottom side, and then coming up. Good. Twisting down, and then coming back up. Nice. Twisting down, and back up. Cool. Let's go for 5. Really feel how the bottom waist has to stabilize, and the fun that comes with stabilizing. 3. Good. Last 2. Twist, twist, twist. One side might feel a little bit tighter to twist with last time. Good. And then dropping down carefully. And let's just bend those legs in and stretch out. What is going on here? Strangle myself. Okay, coming up and lengthening. For me, I feel a big stretch around the shoulder. And I also feel it a lot just down here. Really let that head just relax and drop to the other side. Good. Arm is out long. Perfect. And then coming up. And just rolling those shoulders a few times. Brilliant. Okay. From here, we are going to come into a 4-point position. But we will end up coming down on the forearms, seeing as we've already done some stuff up on the wrists. So I won't go too wrist intensive. This is a glute-based exercise. Glutes and hamstrings, to be more specific. So we're going to come down onto the forearm like this. I'm just going to wiggle my knees so they're definitely underneath my hips. I'm taking this other hand out to the side like so. So the fingers are on the diagonal towards the midline. You've got a little bit of a bend through this elbow here. Okay, I'm going to just lift up this leg into the air, flexing the foot, trying to keep the hips as even as possible. So I'm going to breathe in as I bring the knee back to the floor. Breathe out as I push up. Imagine I'm going against some imaginary, I don't know, big marshmallow type object. Breathing in and breathing out. Push, 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 push. Pushing up to the ceiling. Keep that head nice and long. Keep those abs on. Squeeze, squeeze, squeeze. Good. Pressing up and releasing. Nice. So I can feel that right glute really working. I can feel it underneath the butt cheek as well, as I imagine I'm pushing up against that marshmallow or mallow puff or something like that. Okay, let's go for 3. Squeeze, squeeze, squeeze. Last 2. Draw those abs in. The abs are just as important here. Last time, coming up, holding at your top range. Little pulses just up and down here. Squeezing, squeezing. Let's go for 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2. Last time, from here, you're going to push out. All the way out. And then come back in. And again, pressing up and out. Squeeze, squeeze, squeeze. Lengthen, lengthen, lengthen. You want to imagine someone's pulling on your heel and your ankle as you come out. So keep the foot nicely flexed, taking it through your crunchy peanut butter. Good. Let's go for 4. Press, press, press. Nice. Last 3. Squeezing the whole time. I can really feel that going. Last 2. Okay, last time. It's the mental game. Mental game is on again. Extending away, and we're just going to pulse the long leg this time. Up and up. Good, good, good. Squeezing that glute. Trying to stay even through the hips. Keep a bend into this right elbow as well, so the shoulders aren't too I suppose say hyperactive, overactive. Let's go for 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and last time. And then just bringing that leg in. Just sitting back for a moment. We're just going to roll the shoulders. We're going to go straight into the other side, and then we will do a stretch for both. I'm just going to turn around and do it this way for you. Okay, so same thing, coming down, arranging the arms. So it really is good to have the fingers on the diagonal towards the midline. Just helps with getting the elbow to stay bent. Make sure the knees start off by being under the hips. And we're just bringing the other leg up and trying to even the hips, drawing the abs in. Maybe you got your jeans on, the ones that you do up every time. You've just had your Christmas Day lunch. Put those jeans on right now. Okay, breathing in and breathing out to press. Breathing in to lower, breathing out to press. Coming down and coming up, really squeezing through those glutes. And press, press, press. Down and up. Down and up. Keep that head just nice and long. Now you may feel your other side because we've just activated it quite a lot, so really try and focus it into this side now if you can. Squeeze, squeeze, squeeze. Good. Press, press, press against that marshmallow. Let's go for 5 of these. Last 4. Head is long. Don't let that head hang down. It's very heavy like a bowling ball. Last 2. Okay, last time, coming up, holding here. Here we go, our little pulses up towards the ceiling. Squeeze, squeeze, squeeze. Let's go. 4, 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2. Now last time, think still about that little lift that you do as if you were pulsing, but lengthen the leg up instead. And then bend it back in. And again, pressing up, taking your leg through the peanut butter and bringing it in. Squeeze, squeeze, squeeze. We can really feel that going and coming back in. And make sure as you extend the leg out, you still keep the core on. You don't move anything else. It's just that leg going out and in. Belly button to spine, keeping still and stable. Let's go for 4. Nice. And 3. This one's on fire. Last 2. Cool. Okay, last time, extending all the way out. Here you go, our little pulses up, leading with the heel again. Squeeze, 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 just to make sure the hips are even. Good, pressing up, 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 up. Let's go for 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2. And then last time, bring it in. Straight away, we're just going to do a little bit of a seated stretch. So I'm just going to cross this leg over here, hugging it in towards me, lifting it up a little bit. That's what you really want at the end of the day, just a little bit of height here. Hugging that leg in, getting that neat stretch. And then just releasing there, and we'll go for a little bit of a twist as well. So elbow in, and twisting, twisting, twisting. Hello, glute. Excellent, relax your shoulders and then releasing. And same thing with the other side, bringing it across, giving it a little bit of height, pulling it in towards you. Relaxing those shoulders if you can. Good, dropping it down and then again going for a bit of a twist. Love having a bit of a thoracic twist, feels so good. And then just carefully easing out of that. Perfect. Okay, I'm just going to shimmy forward a little bit. We're going to come into some more ab stiff. So arms are reaching out in front, sitting up nice and tall. Just try and relax the shoulders if you can. I find it helps if you have a little bend in the elbows. So we're going to breathe in on the breath out, tucking the tailbone under, slowly melting down to that sort of halfway point where we feel the abs kick in. Breathe in and then on the breath out, slowly coming back up. And again, tucking under, melting down. Good, good, good. Holding here as you breathe in and on the breath out, coming up. And then last time, coming down. Okay, holding here. Lots of things are going to happen at once. Breathing in, on the breath out, right leg is going to come up as we take both arms out to the side and then coming back in. Other side, left leg up, arms out. If you need to leave the leg out of it, you can just do it with the arms, no problem. Coming out to the side and coming in, and really draw that belly button in, out and in. In fact, as I press my finger here, I can really feel a lot of engagement, which basically means a lot of shaking going on. Good, belly button in. Don't want to feel it at all in that back. You can adjust your C-curve position anytime you want. If you need to come up a little bit higher, you can. If you want to challenge yourself a little bit lower. Good. Let's go for one more on each side, just like so. Fantastic. Last time. Good, good, good. Holding here, and we're just going to do little pulses just up and down. Good. Relaxing the shoulders if you can. Really draw that belly button in. Let's go for 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and then last time and coming up. Fantastic. Okay, from here, hands are going to come behind us. Fingers are going to be facing towards your butt. And from here, just Next, bring the legs into this position, bend through the elbows, squeezing the shoulder blades together, and we're going to lift the legs up into tabletop. If you need to, an easier option is to come down just like so you're resting on the forearms. Otherwise, you're up here. Either way, squeeze the shoulder blades together. Imagine there's a ball between the shoulder blades you're trying to squish. So, we're going to breathe in. We're going to bend the elbows. We're going to extend the legs. And then we're going to breathe out as we bring the chest towards the knees. Let's go again. Coming down and coming up. Squeeze the shoulder blades together. Good, especially if you're up on the hands. Really use your triceps, so push into the hands, squeeze the shoulders, squeeze the elbows. Good. Draw that belly button in as well. Let's go for another 4, just like this. Breathing in and breathing out. Last 2. Okay, we're going to add a little bit of oblique action in, of course, because I love the obliques. So I'm going to come over to the side. My knees are just slightly off to the side. And from here, I'm going to extend. And I'm going to crunch into the side. Here we go. Out and in. Out. So I'm also leaning, obviously, my whole body over to that side, not just the knees. Good, good, good. Crunching, crunching. Let's go for 3. Last 2. Last time is going to come and I'm going to hold here. Hold, hold, hold. And then I'm just going to carefully shift to the other side. Good. Same thing. Coming out and coming in. Good. Out and in. Bending through those elbows. Good. Let's go for 4 here. Nice. And 3. 2. Now last time, you're going to come in a little bit of a hold. Come back to your center position. And I want you to extend the legs out, bending the elbows or elbows down and little kicks. For 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. And very carefully coming up and just giving yourself a little bit of a hug after that. Good, good, good. Relaxing the head. And then just opening out through the hips here. So grabbing the feet, bringing yourself forward. Again, trying to squeeze the shoulder blades just so you don't round too much through the back. If you lean forward a little bit more with the shoulder blades contracted, you actually get a better stretch into your hips, which may have started to kick in towards the end if your abs were getting tired, because everything likes to help out, which is very nice of it. Good, and then coming up. Fantastic. Okay, just let the legs come out in front of you. We're going to go all the way down nice and slow. So breathing in, on the breath out, tucking the tailbone under, feeling weighted through the legs, vertebra by vertebra, all the way down to the floor, nice and slow. And then let's just let the arms just come out to the side. Just try and stay nice and heavy through the arms. See if you can stay nice and heavy through the chest as well, so you're not puffing that up towards the ceiling. And breathing. So we're going to do a little bit of bridging. Woohoo! So, taking the hands down by your side, I want you to bring the legs into a parallel position, hip width apart. Now, hopefully we're in a sort of neutral spine position where you just feel like you're lying on a small pocket of air underneath the small of your back, just lying naturally. And we're just going to tilt the pelvis so we push the lower back down to the floor, and you can feel hopefully you might even be able to see my tailbone has decided, oh, this is exciting, I'm going to lift up a little bit. So we're going to let it do that, and we're going to continue by squeezing the glutes, peeling the spine up off the floor, 1 vertebra at a time. Breathing in, and then on the breath out, slowly coming all the way back down. 1 vertebra at a time. Nice and slow and steady, and releasing at the bottom. And again, tucking under, coming up, 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 up. Breathing in, and on the breath out, slowly melting back down. Okay, last time. Coming up, squeezing. And we're just going to hold up here. Cool. Let's bring one leg up into tabletop. Still trying to keep those hips even. Okay, so we're going to bring the leg in towards the chest, and then with the flex foot, we're going to push away. Breathing in, pointed toe to come in. Breathing out to push away. The sky is keeping everything nice and still and stable. In and out. Good. And in and out. So you can again imagine that sort of marshmallow, mallow puff that you have here that you're pushing against with the foot. And out. Good. Let's go for 3. Nice. Last 2. Push, push, push. Good. Okay, last time. You're going to take the leg out, holding the leg there. I want you now to do little circles with that flex foot around and around. Let's go for 5, 4. Good. 3, 2. Last time, other direction. Let's go round and round for 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Point the toe again. I want you to cross the leg over like this. Good, good, good. I want you to come up onto your toes, demi point, and we're just going to pulse the hips up and down on this side, which should feel fantastic for this guy. Good, good, good. Okay, we're going to go for 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, and very carefully coming down, and straight away just change the legs over to go for a bit of a pretzel stretch here. Pulling the leg in, you can push out on this leg here. Definitely should have felt some glute activation, engagement, good time all around kind of go on. Pushing out, pushing out, pushing out. Get that external rotation through the hip, super important. Super important. Crossing the leg over, quick little hug in before we then do the other side. Okay, so back to hip width apart and parallel. Tucking the tailbone, coming up, holding here, extending the leg out. Here we go. Breathing in towards the chest, breathing out, flex foot, push away. If I look down the body, I should see nice even hips. Whoops, pointing the toe. Breathing out to press. Breathing in and breathing out. Press, press, press. As you go for that press through the peanut butter, really think about the squeeze going on in your supporting glute. Press, press, press. You should feel a slight movement, the contraction. If you put your hand on your butt, just feel your butt. How's your butt going? Breathing in and breathing out. Press, press, press. Good. And again, press. Nice. Let's go for 4. And 3. And 2. Okay. Last time. Here go our circles with the flex foot. Everything here is still as even as possible. Let's go for 5 and 4 and 3, 2 and 1. Back the other way, round and round. Yes, for 5 and 4, 3, 2 and 1. Crossing the leg over, pointing the toe, lifting up onto demi point, and here we go, up and down with the hips. Pulsing both hips up to the ceiling. Let's go. 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and then last time, and gently coming down and just crossing over to the other side and pressing out. If anyone has any problems with activating the glute on the second side because the first side is so like, ooh, we're still on, please just send me a message, because it's something which I sometimes struggle with as well, especially if my mind isn't fully in the game. And also depending on what side I originally started with, if I really fire one really, really well, I do find it hard to get that one, the second one, going to the same level. Yeah, tell me about problems. Oh, so funny. Okay. Good, good, good. We're going to come up. Whoop, that was good. And just coming round, we're going to go straight into some push-ups, just to kind of take it back to the upper body. So, push-ups today. Welcome to do up on your toes or on your knees. I'm going to do mine on my knees. I'm going to take my hands wide. It's going to be easier if they're wider, so if you can take them wider than your mat, you can. Elbows are going to be going wide, and fingers are going to be, again, like when we were down during the glute 4-point exercise. I want your fingers on the diagonal towards the midline. So, coming forward, From here, breathing in as you lower down to the floor, breathing out to push up. So if you're really wanting to work on your chest, upper body, then having elbows going wide and, like I said, fingers going in on the diagonal, really, really great. Supportive push-up position, which does make you feel quite strong as well. You're able to get some decent range. And what's really good is that you're able to go really slow. If you really push, push, push into the palms of your hands, try not to kind of, death grip with the fingers at all. Try and keep the shoulders down, and please do not let your head hang heavy. Your head must be long. Otherwise, you're just going to pull on all the muscles up here and it's not cool. So head is long and also abs are in. So please don't use your back. Just don't go down quite so far if you're finding that your pelvis is just naturally coming forward. Let's just go for 3 more, nice and slow. Breathing in and breathing out. Good, good, good. Last 2. Good. So I only want you up on your toes if you really can maintain nice, slow and steady speed. Last time, come up just to halfway. Little pulses here, up and down. Let's go for 8. Drop down to your knees if you need to. 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and then last time. Coming up for just a second, because then we're going to come straight back down onto the floor and just do some lower abs. So we've done quite a lot of obliques. We've done some upper abs as well, just from being in curl down related positions and stuff. Lower abs, let's move, let's go for it, let's move. So if you need to, slightly imprint your lower back into the floor by just gently pressing the lower back into the floor. You can feel those abs kick in maybe a little bit more than before. Otherwise, you're in your neutral spine position. So again, just small pocket of air underneath your lower back. As you can see, my legs are in tabletop position, and I'm going to bring my arms just up to the ceiling, staying open through the chest, relax through the shoulders. From here, flexing both feet, I'm going to push, 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 push away the marshmallow. That's the theme of today's class, apparently, is this big marshmallow that we're using as resistance. And coming in, good. Draw that belly button into the spine. Good, good, good. If you need to make it easier for yourself, just take your legs up to the ceiling. Let your back tell you. If your back's starting to kick in or you feel your back arching, please bring your legs up high to the ceiling. Only go down low to the floor if everything is nice and still and under control. Cool. Let's go for another 3. Excellent. Last 2. Okay, last time. Going out, holding here. From here, I want you to take your left leg down to the floor. Right leg is going to come in towards you like so. You can have a soft little bend, that's no problem. And we're just going to switch and change. And switch and change. Good. Get a little bit of a stretch through the hip as well as you go for your scissor legs. Nice. Changing and changing. Okay, let's go for 4, 3, 2. Now last time, both legs are going to come up. You can lower your head down, arms can be here again. I'm going to take both legs down to the floor and then bring them back up. And again, both legs down to the floor and then use your abs to come back up. So for your breathing here, I recommend breathing in to lower and breathing out to come back up. Breathing in to lower, breathing out, working against gravity to come up. Don't go down too far if you feel that your pelvis is moving too far forward. Good. If you want to make this more challenging for yourself, you can just hover your arms just above the floor, but this is purely optional. You can also make it easier by bringing your hands here. Just try not to put too much pressure into the floor itself, because that's cheating. 4, good. Last 3. Last 2. And then here we go, last time. Nice and slowly coming up. Bringing those legs in. And let's just circle. Circle, circle through those legs. Breathing. And then going back in the other direction. Nice. And let's do a little bit of a happy baby. reaching for the feet and just opening through that lower back and through the hips and the thighs. Press that lower back into the floor and just breathing here. Excellent. And then just bring the soles of your feet together. Let the feet come down, let the knees fall out, and breathing again. Good, good, good. Okay, from here, just closing the legs, extend the left leg, right knee comes in, and we're just going to pull the leg over to one side, and you're going to open up towards the other side. I'm just going to move the mic, sorry, so we get a little bit more range. There we go. Twisting, twisting. Might feel a little bit of glute again, might feel a little bit of QL, so lower back muscles. Good, and then coming back to center, and the same thing on the other side, coming up and across, reaching the arm out in the other direction, opening through there. We can all do some more twists in our life, I think. Maybe not figurative twists, I don't know. Can make your life more exciting, but I mean in this case, literal twists through the body in a nice controlled manner. So then when we suddenly have to jerk around, get something off the back seat, or look at a child, or grab something that's about to fall off the seat, we don't suddenly jerk our neck or pull something in our back. Okay, use a little bit of momentum to come up straight into our happy baby, not happy baby, what is this? Asian squat. Yes, and again, this just helps to open up through the back there. Should feel good. And just breathing. Nice. So yeah, quite a lot of ab-based stuff today. Hopefully your back's not feeling too niggly after all that stuff. Please do look after yourself when you're doing lots of those ab exercises that involve range, where your pelvis has a tendency to slightly shift forward, and therefore your back does end up taking the load. So yeah, just look after yourself, please. You can always make the range smaller. It's all about quality of movement. But if you are getting a lot of back stuff and you want to know how to stop that, please just send me a message. I'm more than happy to help you out a little bit more if I know a little bit more about you individually and which exercises it's kind of creeping in on. Cool. Wiggling the feet in a little bit, pressing up through the hands and through the feet, relaxing the head one more time towards the floor. Breathing in, and on the breath out, let's slowly come all the way up. Nice and slow and steady, restacking against your imaginary brick wall. Rolling those shoulders back and down a few times. And just taking some nice gentle breaths. And that is us all done. Thank you so much for joining me, and I look forward to having you join me for the next class.